Good morning. It's Wednesday, February the 26th, and this is The Drill. Thank you very much. I'm Ron, your host and the only true conservative in the United States today. I created this podcast to answer the question most asked by conservatives, namely, what can I do? My podcast is short, approximately 5 to 10 minutes long, because shorter podcasts are easier to download and to listen to. And shorter podcasts also force me to get to the point. I've been listening to Rush Limbaugh since '89, Sean Hannity since he became syndicated, and Hugh Hewitt, Glenn Beck, and Joe Pags for about 5 years. Unlike those who pretend to know socialism, I actually do know socialism because I grew up in a socialist household. My podcast is made available through Spreaker and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. Today, what should you do? Tweet of the day, Commie Mommy, the gig economy, and cultural skepticism. All that when I come back. Thank you. What can I do to be effective and fight socialism? Number one, don't spread the disease. You don't have to ape the left. You don't have to imitate the way they talk, the way they dress. You don't have to try to be cool. Number two, be realistic. Number three, mind your own business. Number four, listen carefully. Number five, read carefully. Number six, study philosophy. Number seven, be critical. And number eight, trust yourself. Number nine, don't be obedient. And number 10, be a true conservative. And being a true conservative means living like a true conservative. And when I come back, the tweet of the day. Thank you. Tweet of the day from Hugh Hewitt. Quote, from Dan Balls, the Dean of the Political Reporters. Quote, the tone of the debate ultimately became a metaphor for the Democrat race itself, as it was marred repeatedly by candidates interrupting one another, talking over each other, and constantly ignoring the moderator's efforts to bring some order to the unruly evening. The event did little to raise the confidence level of the Democrat voters who will be selecting a nominee to go up against President Trump, unquote. First, the Democrat nominee will not go up against President Trump, but will be offered up as a political sacrifice for the Democrat Party. Second, the event last night wasn't a debate, but a joint interview. Next up, Commie Mommy. Thank you very much. On second thought, we're going to go ahead and skip Commie Mommy and go to operating with impunity. The ultimate example of trying to operate with impunity is the gig economy, where corporations hide behind apps like Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, and Postmates, and slogans like gig economy and peer-to-peer. The corporations think that these fig leaves will provide them with protection against accountability as they manipulate the socio-political systems of the states in which they operate, all the while robbing those states of taxes while supervising the independent contractors that exist in name only. Next up, cultural skepticism. Thank you very much. Cultural skepticism defeats rape victims. Cultural skepticism was created by the left. Cultural skepticism is the contradiction that nothing can be known with certainty, and that the evidence of your senses cannot be trusted. Women get punished in left-wing culture for expressing certainty of knowledge. They are ridiculed, bullied, and intimidated. They are told that skepticism is progressive. Imagine being one of these poor women who wakes up to see Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein hovering over them. They know with every fiber of their being that they've been raped, but they are terrified of reporting it. They are terrified of being abandoned by their so-called friends. They face the Faustian choice of reporting the rape and losing their friends, or letting the perpetrator steal their dignity. The solution? Abandon the left. Say goodbye to those that would have you sacrifice yourself to the greater good, and say hello to your real friends, to the people that trust your judgment and know the difference between right and wrong, the people that know that your individuality and humanity are more important than any greater good. Those people, the true conservatives. Back in a minute. Who is the true conservative? He is the person that understands that conservatism is not just about politics, but culture as well. He is not selfish, but minds his own business. He acts like an adult. He's patriotic and uses common sense. He expresses what he knows and does so with certainty. He makes judgments, refuses to speculate, speaks clearly and definitively, and is not afraid to say no. He's open-minded, asking why rather than why not. He is consistent, credible, and influential, not ashamed of his existence, unafraid to learn or correct his mistakes. He is a normal American, and he is better than the socialist. He's a better friend, father, brother, family member, and a better person, period. You have to know that. If you don't know with every fiber of your being that being a true conservative is best, then you are wasting your time. And that brings me to the end of another episode of The Drill. Remember that the left has no authority, no power, and they can't win. Think about it.